All right, you guys, D23 has happened. The one, literally, the one thing I was not just hoping, but needing, and also expecting, and a lot of people were. Now, I will say this. We know that they're closing Tom Sawyer Island for a lengthy refurb next year, and it would only make sense to fix everything at that time. And I don't know if a refurbishment is worthy of an announcement at D23, even though the Dragon would be. I do think they could announce everything next year as part of the 35th anniversary of Fantasmic and not reveal it now. That's my hope, because it would only make sense to do it next year. God motherfucking damn it. But I do want to talk about two other things that I'm really... Anything that can get erect is erect because of these two things. One, the Yeti. The reason that it's such a big deal is because it's going to be really expensive to fix this. And they're not going to make any money off of this. You know, they're not going to bring in any new crowds. This repair is, it's just necessary. I mean, it's just part... You know, the ride is incredible on its own. It's unfucking believable. I think it's one of the most miraculous achievements in theme park construction and design ever accomplished. But the Yeti is part of that whole... I mean, the ride revolves around escaping the Yeti, and there's no Yeti. But the reason it's a big deal is because this is just for fans. Like, this is for the fans, and that's a big deal. Because they're spending money to not really make more money. They're doing it because it's the right thing, which is rare, especially for a company like Disney, which I clearly love, but leadership sometimes matters. And Josh tomorrow is going retro. He's bringing old shit back. He's refreshing favorite stuff that's been ignored for decades. I'm into it. The other big one is Oswald. Now, the reason... I have a tattoo appointment next week scheduled, and I already chose my Oswald design. I've been planning to get an Oswald tattoo for over 10 years. And then the announcement happened. I was like, wait, this is just like the universe is zapping me to go, yeah, Oswald, baby. And I know a lot of people don't know about Oswald, but I want to give you just a quick rundown of why I think he's so special. So... in 1927, Walt Disney made his name finally as an animator. He created a character called Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And it was a big hit right away. And Walt Disney kind of made a name for himself really quickly. And then at that time, you know, remember the studio system didn't exist. Hollywood was very new. And he was a contractor with Universal. And when it came time to renew his contract after Oswald became this big hit, Universal's like, no, we're not extending your contract. Oswald is ours. Because back then, you didn't own your intellectual property. I mean, that's why IP law is so interesting. So it was his character he created, but they took the rights. They also kept all his animators. So he created this, you know, monster moneymaker, one of the first ones there was in Hollywood. And then they were like, go fuck yourself. And so he was like, I have nothing. I built this, and then I have nothing. I mean, they kept his animators. They fucked him so bad. And so he had to start over from scratch. And what did he do? He kind of extended, he shortened Oswald's ears, put some gloves on, changed the personality, created a character named Mortimer Mouse. And his wife was like, that name sucks, but I like the character. What about Mickey? And then we all know what happened with Mickey Mouse. So Oswald's kind of been forgotten. I mean, and also because they didn't have the rights to him until about 15 years ago. Bob Iger, one of the clever things he did as CEO to honor like the legacy of the original Walt stuff, in this weird deal, it was a trade deal, ESPN deal, I believe. It was like for an announcer or something like that, with some sort of football related. I think some like football announcer was switching networks, and as part of the deal, Bob Iger negotiated to get the rights to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit back, and nothing really happened. I mean, he's popped up in like a video game. They added him to California Adventure here, and he's kind of got this mysterious like secret. Like if you're really nerdy, you know about him, but I don't think anybody knows about him. And anybody who did get to see him when he was around the first time is dead. So he doesn't have a life in the current world. And so there was buzz. I mean, they even announced a logo, and Eric Bosley is like the voice of the Looney Tunes right now. He's for a while, Bugs and Daffy and Sylvester and all the big Looney Tunes. He was attached as the voice of Oswald about 5 years ago, but it never went anywhere. And now we're getting this 3-part miniseries from Jon Favreau, who's brilliant. He's done some amazing things for Disney. He did the live-action Jungle Book, which is fucking bonkers. Obviously, he did Iron Man. He did the live-action Lion King, which, whatever. But he does incredible things, and he has a real love for, like, the legacy of quality Disney stuff. And so he's behind this Oswald series, and I don't know, I think he's going to bring an interesting take to it. I think he's someone like me, you know, great minds think alike. Ha ha! But I think he's going to give it like a story from what we could see. And what I found interesting in the little clip that we saw is that Oswald makes no noise. And here's the thing. Oswald is a silent character. There was no sound before Mickey Mouse. Walt Disney brought sound after Mickey Mouse, actually. You know this, right? Steamboat Willie is the first cartoon with sync sound.
Shut up!
But Oswald was a silent movie character, so it would make sense if you're honoring the real story of Oswald to not let him have a voice and not speak. Maybe that's what happened with the concept from a while back. But I believe it's going to be something along the lines of, you know, like Oswald got forgotten, and it looks like it's going to be him in today's world. Like, what is all this stuff? Like, he doesn't know any of the Disney stuff we know. None of it existed when he... That's the thing. I think it's going to be Oswald being, like, let out of the vault or something, and him going through and just being like, what is this? And comparing him to the characters that came after him. You know, maybe it's him feeling love for the first time. It's going to be bonkers good, and I'm so excited. And it is really weird. Like, I spent like 2 or 3 days going through Oswald drawings and picking the top 3 for my tattoo. And so then to see it announced, I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting my tattoo. Like, the timing couldn't be better. The only timing could have been better is if I got the tattoo the day they announced it. But, you know me, things never go the way I want them to go. Never, I say. My mom's abortion clearly didn't work.